recording and then put it there, put it here. Okay, so I'll just focus on this, right? Okay. I think I was setting up the camera.
Which camera?
This camera. This in the meantime, because the clock is ticking. And this is something from the practice. I tried to fit everything in the desktop. And I mean, it's kind of cropped because it's cropped because aspect ratio of the screen is not 16:9. And yeah, basically I cleared everything. I always start with OSC, just make sure that OBS, because I know there's sometimes hiccups, so just to make sure that OBS I can check it. And now I'm coding OSC, and of course we need a camera, so I put the camera on and just try with the basic thing that I would take the source. Then I thought, it's probably easier to modulate the OSC instead with the camera. I put the gradient. Actually you have to do sub-gradient. That's something I remember by heart. And now, the aspect ratio is wrong, so I try to fix it. I was just eyeing and didn't calculate it properly, and playing with the pattern on my t-shirt or whatever. And okay, now I'm thinking, what can I do? What do I do actually? I think the masking, because we need some kind of luma kind of masking. So what I did is basically, but instead of luma, because I think I wanted to flip I take the negative, so I started with this mask, camera, thresh. Okay, I try invert, so the white colors will be gone. Okay, I did it wrong first. This didn't do anything, and then I deleted one invert. Okay, now it's doing something I want, but I think the cutoff is too harsh, so I adjust the parameter a little bit. Now I'm kind of happy. Now I want feedback loop, so I take O0 and layer on top of it, and it didn't work as I expected because now the background is kind of light blue instead of alpha 0. So I did adapt it by switching the order, and now it's doing what I expected. And I went away because maybe I was adjusting the camera for the recording. Oh no, I actually took the tape recorder because you were playing with the sound. And actually that's good. I was playing with the tape recorder, so I was busy with this. I dropped it. Just looking at the screen, thinking what to do, where to edit. And I think around this time I started thinking, maybe we should do the live lab, but I didn't say it until you said it. I didn't put it there. This is something I remember by heart. Applying modulation to the feedback so that it will do some kind of fluid kind of thing. And this is the whole pattern that I just remember. So it's like fluid-ish thing, but I think I put wrong extra parenthesis, and then I have to think about it for a bit. And I think I have to delete this. Yes, now it works, but I think it's too fast, so I adapted the parameter. It's a bit slower now. I feel the pattern is a little bit too dense, so I think soon I come back to the computer and no, I did the colorama first. No, I did make the noise much sparse. I don't know what's the right word. And I think it's too fast, so I made it slower. Now I'm busy with the tape recorder again. Not really. Yeah, now I add colorama. I was not really sure because it always gives like really harsh effect, and it did. Still trying to see with my movement. No, I was like, no. Took the colorama out. And I was pixelating the OSC so that it has kind of like discrete colors, but I was not happy with the colors. Came back again. Here we said Live Lab, so I'm opening Live Lab. I think I set up the switcher.
Oh, you didn't pick up sound, no?
No, I did.
Oh, okay.
I allowed it.
But now we are not hearing that now.
No, because then it's annoying to listen to the voiceover. Yeah, here, like I was like, okay, there's gonna be feedback, so I was like, but that's my output, right? So it will be input anyways and send it to you. That was the main feedback. And I did switcher. No, I was working with the recorder again. Doing something with the recorder. What? So I put init screen, and then I noticed I needed to open the switcher. So I open this pop-up window. Just rearranging things a bit. And go back to Hydra. Init screen with the switcher. And now we have to use S1 as your input. So I just swapped my webcam with your input. So this is Jorge with whatever I made before. And I think I'm thinking. No, tape recorder.
Looks like the stereotype of a LSD trip. Especially this frame rate gives also like interesting effect actually, because it's not everything is smooth. Yeah, so I decided I'll just put myself like slap on top of you. But yeah, Luma, I know that Luma doesn't, I don't know, I started with Luma. I was like, okay, I was overthinking about this OSC modulate whatever, so I'll just put Blue Me there. Then I noticed I actually can't do Luma because I want to crop white part off. So I did like mask, invert, thresh, and I thought it's too dark, so I don't know. I had the aspect ratio, I corrected it, and then it's too dark, so I just like add some number to the color and I can see myself a little bit better. Playing with the pattern again. This is halfway. Wow. I think I'm trying to see the feedback, how it works, like when two layers are added. And I started to... I thought this noise, like fluidy thing is too much, so I started to play with more like a simple feedback. It's just like kind of scaling. This is also a pattern I know, so it's like now it's like... And I'm... Yeah, because I think it was like too many layers to it. It was too busy. And now I was a bit... Yeah, I was happier with this. Then I started to think like, okay, I'm just blue, so I want to like play a little bit. I mean, the composition, I think the first composition, because now it's everything is like layered on top of each other, so I cropped myself using shape. It's just as a box. But then I noticed that your image is basically a window, so you're actually cropped as well. So now like actually like we're blocking each other. I did pixelate just to add, just to change the tone of your image. And now what? I think I was actually walking backwards, just holding the laptop and coming closer to you. But in the image you can't really see it because I was really holding the laptop like still relative to me. So that's really interesting. And in your image you don't see me, so in the image it's just nothing is happening, but actually I was like moving really like close to you. And yeah, I was trying like leaning onto you, but you know, my abs were shaking. That's why it was like shaky. And then yeah, it's the scroll. I tried to like make this position displace the two of us so that they're not slapped on top of each other. Just adjusting some scaling, and also initially I was cropping with the square in the middle, but I wanted to have more like a vertical me, so now you see me. And actually I was really happy because two of us are like coexisting and the feedback is not like blocking anything, although I think now I start to be conscious about my color because now it's just like plain blue, which actually retrospectively it's or like looking at this image, I think I like it. Maybe the contrast with the background is a little bit something I don't like, but yeah. And then I made the scaling like feedback in a different way to see like how that can affect like the relation in terms of composition and feedback. And then I started to work on the color of my image so that it's not just blue, but now it's doing like the same trick with what I was applying to your image. And I was like, to be honest, like till the end I was really not happy because now the color like tones are similar, but looking at this I think it's quite interesting. I was like tweaking I was using some tricks to tweak the color of myself, but I think it was not really successful. So I was like, but I started also like, yeah, like leaning onto you and then working with body a little bit more. And actually, I didn't know that I can see your laptop in my image. And that my foot. I was like thinking like, can I do like my first live coding with feet? I didn't do it. I think I can't. I think I have to practice if I really want to do it. In the end, I decided to just take my laptop on my lap, and yeah, now we see the faces of each other. And what did I do? Yeah, I'm still trying to change the color tone, but it doesn't work. And you were playing with the feedback. I noticed that, so I was like, okay, maybe I can also play with just displacing the laptop and see what's gonna happen. I kind of like this. Mine's like a bit like rainbow, and your like Jorge is like more like body. I can see. Actually, yeah, I noticed that I didn't apply sub gradient, and that's why it's like a rainbow. And it's actually I didn't notice that. It's similar tone, but color tone, but it's actually doing something very different. And then I accidentally hit execute all. Trying to see if I can work with my face, because I was not using my face. And I mean, I was consciously avoiding to show my face in the camera just because of the pattern of my clothes. And then I left to take the lights. This is actually really interesting because of it's in the same place, and the composition, how the cameras are located. And now I brought the lights. Before this, actually, it was in the recording, but I was trying to maximize the brightness of the screen to see my face, but it was not really successful. And then I started like to play how would it look if the lights are directly facing the camera versus like try to like light myself or Jorge to see how it looks like in the image. And now I came back. Because just to tweak a little bit of the color so that the colors the oscillators start to move and you start to see the color changing dynamically. I think it's okay. And then I was moving the lights towards you, I guess. I was hoping to see like some changes in the image of Jorge, but with the lights, but I don't know if I can see anything. Maybe on your end, maybe there's something, but I didn't see much. Yeah, then I was also like trying to like light up my face and see if you can see the details or not. Yeah, I was literally like now I can see my eyes actually, or eye a bit better. And at this point I was not really coding, but yeah, at this point like I noticed like, I want like it was the last minute, and I was like, I want to just make it simple. Like what if I just start to reveal something simple, and then I actually I revealed myself as a like image with a little bit of masking. Tried to do the same with Jorge, but it kind of didn't work because there's some syntax. I knew that it's going to be a bit risky because there's something about this, but did it work? No, it actually did something I didn't expect, but that's that. It's the last 20 seconds, so. And I think it's really nice. It's completely
I don't understand what happened in the end, but and actually this works well with the lights, I think. Okay.
Right. Thanks.
Thank you.